Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is 20th of April 2026, but whenever you view this message there's something here for you. All these readings are timeless. A great obstacle to happiness is to expect too much happiness. Our disease is sometimes called the disease of always wanting more. We push ourselves to get as much pleasure as we could. If one was good, two was better. We didn't see that what we were lacking was faith. At times in recovery, we still crave more. We must pay attention to these cravings. When we have a craving, maybe we're scared, and our higher power is trying to tell us that, if we have faith, we'll be taken care of. Perhaps our higher power just has a message of love for us. All we need to do is listen. It may be that this is the only more we really need. Prayer for the day. I pray to see my cravings as spiritual needs. I pray to turn to my higher power instead of to alcohol and other drugs. Action for the day. Today I'll think about how much recovery has given me. I will share this with a friend and with my higher power. Okay guys, so welcome into my channel. As I said, my name is Angie and this is a new channel I created for those of us in recovery from addictions. I channel through messages from spirit guides and our angels every day as an extra support for us in our recovery journeys. I've been sober on this time around because I came back from a relapse last October into the program of AA again. And since then I've been channeling messages from Spirit. And I was guided to start this channel. So we're over a week old. Over 2 weeks old now, is it? So tomorrow will be 2 weeks, sorry. So very welcome in. And if you've tuned into this reading, there's definitely a message here for you, big or small, so you take what fits and leave the rest. And I hope that something resonates with you. I know it will. If you found me, there's a reason for that. Nothing happens by accident in these spheres. So spirit guides, show us what we need to see for this collective today. What do they need to know? What do they need to see for their highest good and the highest good of all? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please oversee this act of divination and surround us with an energy of protection so that unwanted forces cannot come in to this space with us. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? Let's have a look. Wow, guys, the Chariot has fallen. We'll have to take the Eight of Cups with it. Eight of Cups is about walking away, and the Chariot card is a card of Cancer. It talks about something at fast speed. So let's see what this is. What is going on? Cups, then, when it's the Eight of Cups, it talks about emotional investments that you made, maybe that didn't work out. But you can see this woman is walking away with a lot of confidence. So this could be you at the moment, that even though you were disappointed with what you invested in the past didn't work out, that you've decided to cut your losses almost and just walk away and head towards that sunshine with confidence, and also with the lessons you've learned from previous disappointments in emotional connections. And the High Priestess is what you need to focus on, and this is such a beautiful card. This is talking about tuning into your inner voice, your intuition. It's the most intuitive card in the deck, and we are all blessed with our intuitive abilities. You can see on this image, this woman has an illuminated third eye. There's messages coming from the divine down into her crown chakra there, is crowned by the crescent moon. Her eyes are shut, but there's also another set of eyes. So this is what the insight is referring to, and there's a little moon there on her third eye. Yeah, it's such a gorgeous image. I just love that. So yeah, tuning into your gut. How many times have you said to yourself, I should have listened to my gut feeling or gut instinct that I had on something after something has happened, and you didn't listen? And that's what it's about at the moment. You need to focus on what your inner voice is saying to you guys. In the recent past we have the Ace of Cups there, which was like inspired an idea of inspiration that came to you regarding Cups energy, which is about emotions. So there was something that you thought of, you wanted to connect with somebody, or you wanted an offer to offer an apology, maybe forgiveness to yourself or to someone else. And that's the recent past. Could be also an offer of love, like pouring into yourself, into your own cup of love, self-love, or loving another person in a friendship, or a platonic or a love connection. So King of Cups at the back of the deck at this point, and we just have the Lovers appearing here as your supportive energy. This talks about a choice. It's a card of Gemini, so that may or may not be significant, but the Lovers is what it seems to be. It can talk about friendships, any connections really, and obviously it could talk about love connections. So let's see what's coming out for our near future, guys. This looks so good. A lot of fire energy here as well. There's your Page of Wands. This is a fire energy. It could be a messenger coming towards you that is a fire sign, which is Leo. What's wrong with me? Why can't you think of the fire signs? That's a total mental block, you guys. What's going on? Devil at the back of the deck. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Thank you very much, Spirit. Could be coming towards you. It's an idea of something brilliant to do, something that you need, a bit of inspiration that could be coming towards you. You might be just getting that message delivered to yourself, from your intuition, of doing something that's inspiring, something that lights you up. The back of the deck at this point is the Devil, and this is the card of addictions. This is our addictions, our dependencies, our coping mechanisms. Manipulation comes through with this. Bad behaviour is just like that. But it's also, a card of temptation. Like, he looks very temptation and dating and alluring. Being led down the garden path comes in there. So we'll keep on going, and as we finish the first spread here for you, we'll then get further clarification from another deck, I feel, to clarify these messages for you, so you can get more out of these cards. So Queen of Pentacles is what the guidance from Spirit is saying here, and this is an earth energy. Queens, of course, and kings and so on, and tarot, they don't ever require to be specific to a gender, male or female. It's only the energy of the cards. This person is an earth energy though, and that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That also may not be significant, because the deal here with the Queen of Pentacles is that she's very independent. She's very like the ruler of the household, the boss in work, that kind of energy, and very, secure and stable. Earth energy comes through there, so strong. So that's your guidance from Spirit. Maybe tap into that energy, or you might know somebody who has these qualities that you could connect with. So that's beautiful. Let's see what now is in the energy surrounding you besides this. There's your card, the King of Wands, gorgeous. This is fire energy, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius again. And the King of Wands is, this is sportive energy. You may or may not be female or male, it can be male or female. But this is about being courageous, and you having the courage, I feel, you guys, being brave, being strong. Big time. It's a very much card of Leo as much as anything else, so Leo might be coming through there with that lion in the background. You might know a Leo, but I think it's you feeling your courage, standing up for yourself here, being very driven and ambitious, and following that fire in your belly. You feel very motivated. I love that. That is just beautiful. So Spirit, what have we got now in the hopes or fears? It's obviously this one. Thank you, Spirit. And this is the Four of Wands. So this can be a card of marriage. It can be a celebration, obviously, and just feeling triumphant. It's like a card of victory is coming through there as well. So what do we have in the potential outcome for these collective today? The Five of Swords. That's up in your mind. You've got a lot of the Fool card then at the back of the deck, sorry, but this is like the overactive mind. You have too much bickering in your area. This guy looks like he has a headache. There's fighting around you. Conflict comes through there as well. So the Fool then at the back of the deck, this talks about another beautiful thing. It's like taking a leap of faith. It's going for it. It's a new beginning. a brand new life, a brand new world, stepping out of one, closing one cycle and opening another. You know, the Fool card in Tarot is card 0, and it goes all the way up to card 21, with the completion card being the World card. So let's get a deck to do your clarifiers today. What will we get for this collective? I'll be guided to this deck. So let's see, let's tap in. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please bring us the messages that we need to hear to clarify this reading today for my collective in sobriety. So yes, if you find these messages helpful or healing at all, and you think you know somebody else who would benefit from it, I'd be very much appreciative if you would pass on the details to them. You know, the more the merrier here. There's loads of room for everyone, and do subscribe as well. Do consider subscribing. It doesn't cost anything, and there's loads of room for us all, and it really helps promote the channel as well if you engage by giving me a thumbs up, putting in a comment, and if you don't know what to say, you could just leave an emoji, and sharing the platform, as I said, with other people so we can spread the word. So let's see. Thank you very much, you guys, for joining me, though I can feel the energy from you. You've a lot of motivation, a lot of fresh energy coming through with the likes of this card here and that freedom there. Oh, this is beautiful. We've got the Hierophant at the back of the deck, so this is like your higher power. It's a very spiritual card, the Hierophant. It's a card of Taurus, and it's also a card of commitment, like spiritual or religious. You can see he's like a pope, and I think that historical decks, it was a pope, maybe in some cultures. That was the image on the Hierophant card, so that is really lovely. Like spiritual alignment comes through there very much so. So let's see what we have. We got the Empress there to clarify the Chariot. So yeah, moving fast away from something. Cancer may or may not be significant there with that Chariot card. And the 8 of Cups, then it's walking away from something that you invested in, and it's sad, it isn't a happy place. There's a lot of blue there, but she's moving away there with hope from something that didn't work out, a disappointment in some regard. So you place those energies where they fit you and don't make the story fit, as you know. The Empress card then is beautiful. This is a woman who's usually expecting in the imagery, and the Empress card, it's a card of Taurus again. A lot of Taurus coming through, and that's very earthly energy, that connection with feeling secure. She looks so, happy and grounded, like that's the earth energy as well. Very much connected with the earth, like her feet, both feet on the ground. Very beautiful and magnetic as well is the thing that comes through with the Empress card. So it's making you feel this feeling of independence, that you can stand on your own 2 feet, quite literally, that you're doing this and you're deciding to do this at the moment. And it's like your ambition to do that came in so quick with that Chariot card. And yeah, you're taking off, and I feel like you're answering your own inner voice here, quite literally, with that High Priestess there. You're choosing you, this Empress, it's male or female again, it's only the energy of the card, and the energy of this is, being a nurturer, given to yourself. More, first and foremost, self-love comes through here. It's also a massively spiritual connection. She's so in touch with all the earth elements here as well. Very grounded, very stable, and very secure. She has everything she needs. And you do have everything you need within you, as they say in all the programs and any other spiritual thing I've ever seen. It's like all the things that we're looking for in life are within our own hearts and souls, and it's that tapping into your spiritual centre with your intuition card here is where you get that from. King of Pentacles at the back of the deck. This is so much like this Empress energy, it comes across as, again, Pentacles, it's earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn there might be those signs might be dominant in your chart or something if you're not one of those signs, or you don't know somebody that's a very much an anchor in your life. And these people are the anchors, quite literally. This is the boss, this is the leader, maybe at home. Same as the Empress, they resemble one another in that regard. But but it's like you feeling that solid stability, that you have everything in the material world you could need, you really do. So, and what you need to focus on is your gut feeling, the High Priestess. And when she's coming here with her clarification card as the Knight of Wands, this is a fire energy. That thing of feeding that fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are the fire signs, and they may or may not be significant here. But to be in this thing of moving, it's the action, that happens with knights. It's always about action, and it's always male or female. Again, it's not about the but it's the energy of that thing of wanting to make a move regarding something that you are feeling fiery on the inside about, having that fire in your belly, like you've got determination, ambition, courage. It's a marvellous force of the fire within you. So that's what you need to focus on, pursuing something that you have in mind with that ambition and that fire in your belly, with all you've got. You guys, I love this. I told you there's energetic, very high energy here, and high drive from this reading. It's coming through very strong. And also that thing of feeling connected. There's the Queen of Pentacles, like there's a lot of earth energy here. I'm feeling so grounded. Like those meditations I've been doing in recovery as well have really kind of anchored me. That word anchoring, I haven't used it in so long, and I've said it twice in a few minutes. Like, it's that feeling of your feet are planted firmly on the ground, like that Empress. It just makes you feel so good. You can do anything from that place. 4 of Wands, guys, at the back of the deck. This is beautiful. It's talking about spiritual alignment as well with that 1111. This is feeling at home. It's a card of celebration. Look, we have it here already as well. That's it. That's the one. It's a card of marriage, commitment, part of a community, a home feeling. Job of confirmation, so that's why I have to get a second deck, because often Spirit wants you to pay attention to this sort of stuff when it's repeated in the tarot. So Ace of Cups, in the recent past, clarified by death. There must have been something here where you had an idea of something that you wanted to pursue, that your heart was fully into. It's really coming across as, confirmation here that this was in your mind before you decided to do it. Whatever it was, there was a seed of something, like Aces talk about the seeds of a relationship maybe that was just left. It was down to that. It had dwindled so much. Maybe it's a relationship with anybody rather than just a love connection. Of course, it could be a relationship with a community. And it's that thing of, these things can be for a season or they can be for a long time. But death to that is talking about a transformation, and the transformation to me it's speaking of is some kind of transformation within you where you no longer want to put your love and your heart and soul into things that don't serve you anymore. And he's moving forward after making this decision. So it's like the death of one thing and the birth of another here, which she really represents. That's that maternal, motherly thing as well. Might represent your mum for some of you. But birthing something new, that's what the Empress does, because she always comes up in the tarot as having like being pregnant. So yeah, it's birthing a baby or birthing something new. So some of you might be expecting, or you've got this creation that you want to bring into the world, maybe yourselves, collective. So let's have a look at the Lovers, see what's this energy supporting you. The Lovers card, please, Spirit. And the Lovers is a card of Gemini. There's that King of Wands again, repeating energy. And embodying that energy is really important. That's a double message there on that again. So let's see, what's our card? Look, it's the exact same card as we had here. Supporting energy for the 8 of Cups is the 8 of Cups. And that's it. You're moving on to pastures greener. You've made that decision, because that's the Lover's card here in this regard. You've decided to move away from whatever emotional investments you've made and stop doing that. With the Death card, it's like stop paying into or giving your energy and your love and support to things that don't serve you, that just take from you. There's no reciprocity there, and you're finding this is the thing, it's you got to cut your losses. It is disappointment and with regret, but the lessons that you've learned here, you can create something from that sort of disappointment and sorrow, whatever that means for you. So let's see, Page of Wands coming up in the near future, guys. What will this be? Two of Cups. This talks about connection. So this is about new connections. It has to be, if you're leaving these old associates behind you. And the Hermit card as well is beautiful. It's like a card of introspection, or shining the light on things that were hidden. And learning, from your past experience. You're so wise. Some of you are very old souls, and you've learned so much. And this is a learning journey that we're on. So let's see, Page of Wands clarified by the Two of Cups. So these two people are obviously at that equal give and take thing. It's now time to launch into this world, and you have been doing so. You might be getting a message from somebody to join up and meet up in the near future. And this could be a connection that you actually have that equal give and take here with the Two of Cups. So this is just beautiful. I love the synchronicity in this. Really gorgeous. So Queen of Pentacles, Spirit, what do we have here for that Queen of Pentacles in the guidance message for this collective today? What do we have? Here we go, look at that. This is it, a card of balance, beautiful. Three of Cups at the back of the deck. So this talks about a card of celebration, meeting with people who are like-minded and just going out and enjoying yourselves, Could be three different generations that's depicted there in this card. What it is, it's about getting with your soul tribe, learning that these are the people in your life. And I've really learned this myself during my recovery, that there's a lot of people that, I never really served, they're, I don't know, they always kind of were self-serving, and there was no reciprocity there, and they kind of just take. And this whole thing of having this space here for me, it's like when I get to a meeting or get amongst others that are in sobriety at the moment, when I'm fresh in, like I feel like I am back from a relapse, as I said before, since October, but I just feel even this platform here and doing these readings, I can connect in. When I tap into the energy, I can feel all you guys, and it is the same exact vibe that I get when I'm in a meeting where I feel comfortable, for an AA meeting or whatever, recovery meetings, and you just feel like yourself, if you know what I mean. Nobody else can understand this stuff unless they're in it, or they've suffered from this kind of thing, and it's just such like an oasis, or that's the word, I suppose, Spirit, or I feel like you're not on your own, you don't feel this loneliness or isolation anymore, which is really very profound for me. So Queen of Pentacles, guidance from Spirit is to tune into, being the boss in your own home, bossing up, whatever that means for you, as in, and Queen, like male or female, is just the energy of the card, but feeling grounded, feeling stable, feeling connected as well to Spirit there with her three antlers, that connection we have to nature, it's like going back into your soul, feeling secure and stable in your own skin, like comes through there. And when it's clarified there by the Two of Pentacles, I can see there's a balance, maybe a bit of turbulence in emotional life as well, with the wavy water behind him might be going on, might be feeling you have too much on your plate. But this talks about, Two Pentacles speaks about, gaining balance, prioritising, trying to look at the work-life balance, or the spiritual and, regular life, or as I say, the recovery life and the real life, that's kind of something you're working on consistently. And that's your advice from, your guidance from Spirit here, is to focus on this feeling secure within yourself, and also trying to balance the two. Maybe you need to come up with a schedule. I know I need one now, because the more I'm getting into the program, the more I'm finding, what meetings suit me best, what people I resonate with, and all of that kind of thing. And then with that, a structure starts to form, as in, I want to do this every single day at this time, or you know what I mean by all of this stuff. Like, a lot of people wake up and they say their prayers instantly and give it over to God or their higher power, their own understanding, or they do their meditation, they won't do anything else after that. And that kind of routine, I really need to buy into a bit more, because it does make me feel this sort of connection to the world, not like I'm an outsider. I for so long isolated as well while I was in active addiction, and I really did burn bridges with everybody, and it is this thing now of rebuilding, And that's what the likes of a Queen of Pentacles does. They build it and they will come. So that's where I'm coming from, I suppose, with regards to this channel as well. So if you feel there's anybody else would be interested in this kind of support, do share along the details of this channel with them. And yeah, as I said, they're just coming up on the second full week of this channel, so I would gratefully appreciate that now. And we'll move on now to the King of Wands and the energy supporting you at this time. And this is, that drive and ambition. So it might or might not be a fire sign for you. The Strength card coming through is very apt at this stage. We've got the Nine of Swords at the back of the deck. So this is the anxiety and the isolation I was talking about. There's nothing better than the devil coming in with the bad, thoughts and all the rest. It's really significant here in this Five of Swords as well. This person is holding their head, as so are they. And it's that thing of the thoughts getting the better of you. That so happens to me very easily if I don't kind of keep on top of, the mindfulness stuff, a bit of prayer, a bit of meditation. It's all, the balancing act, isn't it? So Queen of Wands, clarified by the Strength card. This is a card of Leo. It's about taming that beast within. You are so strong. And you have the power here to follow your dreams with the King of Wands energy there. Follow the fires within you and do go for the stuff. You will feel the ambition and the courage to do it. And then clarified ultimately by the Six of Swords. This is such a great card. It's moving from these wavy waters here into this calm water over there. So literally it's a very self-evident card. It's taking yourself away from that. You might have been really not pouring into yourself. His card is, or his sock is slouched down there. So you can see he's not been feeding himself, and this is you, with your people. And of course the genders don't matter, but you're taking everybody plus yourself, whoever these people are, to you, and you're moving them from troubled waters into calmer waters, and things are going to get better. It's absolutely the thing. That stupid song, Things Are Going to Get Better, it's just come into my head, but I'm not going to sing it because then I'll have a jingle for the day that I don't want. But you know what I'm trying to say. I hope this resonates, you guys. Four of Wands. Can we clarify the Four of Wands, please, before I start the singing? Wow. What was that new Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that they made? And the Oompa Loompa is played by Hugh Grant. And he says that to Wonka, sorry, the dancing has already begun. I just think it's so funny. Oh my god. It's okay. The singing has already begun, or the dancing has already begun. I don't know which. So this is so funny. Look at your King of Wands is in your supportive energy, and then your hopes or fears is the King of Wands, and this is it. You're hoping that you'll have the courage and strength, and fire keeps burning to get to where you need to go, which is this Four of Wands, the card of completion, the card of marriage, the card of commitment, the card of community, celebration, just as I said. So that's fair. And also you've got the Seven of Swords at the back of the deck. And this is a trickster energy. It talks about, this character here is trying to hide or sneak away from this community behind him. But I see that maybe you're feeling conflicted about something, like, I've had to go through this, and I still do, actually. I'm figuring out who are the people, that I can connect with now in sobriety. They were all drinkers and users and all the rest of it, so who's left? And I don't want that drama. That's what I see him doing there, is coming away from that. You can see the circus tents in the background, which to me depicts drama. And he's like getting himself, to protect himself, he has to get himself away from this drama. You don't need it anymore in your life. You never did, but we didn't know, That's what this card speaks to me about now at the moment as well, which is great. Just, kind of reinforces my own thoughts on it. It is disappointing walking away from groups that we always knew all our lives, but unfortunately, I'm 51 years old this year, and it's taken me so long to get this program, to get into any kind of recovery that means something. So you've got the Hanged Man here at the back of the deck, and this is about getting a new perspective. It's a card of Pisces, and that may or may not be significant, but it's about turning yourself upside down, taking a pause, It's like getting enlightenment when you meditate. All of that sort of stuff comes through there, but it is about getting a new perspective, seeing everything from all angles. It's also getting a card of perspective regarding putting your mind at ease. And, there's so many new perspectives have been shown on for me since I've joined the programme and come back from the relapse that I hadn't even been open to seeing before. So this is what this speaks to me of, as being open now to different perspectives where I wasn't before. I was only on that half measures, thing that they talk about in recovery. Yeah. Sorry guys. So 5 of Swords is clarified by the 8 of Swords. And this sword energy here is your potential outcome. It's not a good place to be. This bickering and environment of fights and arguments around you, it really is only leading, there could be an allusion to this. You can see in this card, it's the 8 of Swords we have here. And she's standing on a really kind of troubled ground there, but there's a home here in the distance which looks very stable and solid, and where she's standing isn't stable or solid, and she might not feel, you're going to feel so isolated and unsupported, like if you continue to exist in this place of where there are fights and bickering going on all the time. So yeah, this is the self-imposed prison of the mind card. You can see she's not really bound here at all. It's only very small. She could get out, and she can also walk through these swords. She's not got this jail around her at all, or prison. And also she could take off the blindfold and have a look. So this is about, when it's blindfolded, it means it's in your mind. His eyes are closed, so that's in his mind as well. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, yeah, you can continue to live in that prison, that's what they say to you, like the drink will be out there, the drugs will be still there. If you want to go back out there and join back with those people, that's where you'll end up, So there's almost like 2 little endings in this reading for you today. I'm going to try and get another card, because in one scenario it's like, this is like your fears and that's like your hopes, and it's almost like you can have either of these outcomes where you feel you're in charge of your own life and your main character in your own story and having this happily ever after, which is that card. Or you can continue to surround yourself with these sort of, there it is again, that's a card of conflict, having to stand up for yourself and defend yourself all the time. It's very underlying here, so you guys really need to focus on, look the other way, that new perspective. There are other perspectives to take on these things. This is a very hard message for me to deliver today. It's one of the tougher ones I've had since I began this, but you can have it all, you guys. All you've got to do is tune into the right frequency and start bringing up your own frequency, as they say, so that it can meet you. The World card here and the 2 of Wands is my final message on this, and I think you can have it all, It's not you could have had it all. No, you can have it all. There's Adele song, we could have had it all, of course. The World card is card of completion, and the Fool card, as I told you already, was a new beginning. Every time you see the World card, you're completing one thing and putting it behind you, which hopefully is that thing. Putting that world of trouble behind you, this world behind you, and stepping in here, taking a leap of faith to go and get your happily ever after. And this 2 of Wands here is just that decision point. This is where you're at that crossroads. You can stay in this comfort zone, quite literally. Stay here, or you can grab this wand and you can go off out and see what's out there in this new world that you've manifested for yourself, you guys. The world is there for your taking, and you can have whatever world you like. But the choice, it seems to be here, is saying in your reading today, you've absolutely got the power over this. You have the strength to move to calmer waters. That's it. The choice is yours. Follow your instincts. You'll know what to do, and you'll know when you're ready. I mean, if some of you are at the point of deciding, will I go for a life of sobriety with some kind of program of recovery that can, help feed my soul rather than take any more from it. That's what I'm getting. Thank you, Spirit. But yeah, Confidence is the key to your success. It says here, new moon in Leo. I'm going to read that card for you guys because it's not the first time it's turned up today and I haven't read it yet. So confidence is the key to your success. New moon in Leo. That is so beautiful. Which is, this card heralds the start of a new cycle for you. What was I saying there with that word card and the Fool card? When you're going to look and feel more gorgeous, more in the spotlight, more like you have something worth showing off. And that's the Empress energy as well. There's always somebody looking their beautifulest. If you want someone's attention, this card says it's coming. However, this may not happen all by itself. You have to be willing to do your bit. That means being proud of who you are and what you have to offer. Think of yourself as the queen or the king of the jungle and carry yourself accordingly. This card is also a great omen if you're asking about a creative project you're working on. Alternatively, it can herald good news or a new start for your children. So there you go, guys. This has been an absolute pleasure to join with your energies again today. I'm so thrilled to have tapped in and again discovered a nugget of magic to help me with my recovery. So I hope that this resonates. Do consider liking, sharing and subscribing. It'll help this channel grow and I need all the help I can get at the moment. So I love you all and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.